Okay,
Not more.
sure.
Oh, okay. So, and we've got some people.
Hi.
Here we go. So we're gonna give people just a few minutes to come in. Um, anyone want to say what's awesome about today?
Well,
It's a pink moon. It's the full moon of April. The
It is.
paschal moon.
It is. And it's also the birthday of the god of fortune from the Taoist tradition. So a
What
lot of rain brings good prosperity.
what is the god of prosperity and fortune? Does the god have a name?
赵公明.
Will you
赵
write that in the chat box? Any kind of questions that we can basically I would like to utilize the chat box today. If you have the topic of this Zoom is obviously a gathering for the full moon and discussions about May. It's the year 2025. It's a number 9 year. And we've got Wesak, the full moon in May, coming up in exactly one cycle. We are celebrating, like you said, the full moon of April today. And so we really want to be able to share with everyone, what is it that you're doing? What are your plans? What are your projects? What are your events coming up for Wesak for the full moon? Anyone here, Don? I know you're gonna like throw it out to the students, but what's so great about a number 9 year? We had one 9 years ago. We have another one this year, number 9. The next one is going to be 2034.
Throw that out. Let them answer.
Oh, see, I knew you were going to do that.
I'm the know-it-all.
All right. Well, I'm going to throw it out
You
there.
know, 9 is the number of the Gong. 9 is cosmic consciousness, or we call it Gong consciousness. And so it all seems to fit together in a way that stimulates your mind to think about things a little deeper.
So every day is a good day to gong.
That's what you say.
Well, I'm only saying it because that's what my teacher told me. But in terms of auspicious times, either new moons, full moons, solstices, what is the
Well, every day
significance?
is a good day to Gong. We know that, and it differs all over the world. However, we do play the gong every day, most of us. Some of us play it once a week. But the gong is simply the symbol of people who have differences can work together and use those differences as gifts. That's the meaning of it.
Why is that the meaning of it?
Why not?
Well, the gong's tones, it's not music, it's sound, it's frequency.
Well, music it depends upon what level of you would say music is on. If it's your musical preference, then it might be, it might not be. So there isn't any real like this is it and that's it. This is how you feel. How does the gong move your heart? How does it give you energy? How do you be able to realize that it's changing the consciousness to be able to be embracing more of the universe and other people as well?
So this idea of embracing the inverse, right? So there's the whole, there's the parts, there's the polarity that the 3D world lives in, and the gong is basically superseding those judgments on some level.
And it's the way that you explain it as well. There is no real one way to explain it. It's mainly inspiration, intuition, and a certain amount of intelligence.
So the difference between gongs, bowls, bells.
Gong full sounds. Well, let them answer. I don't, they know.
So what we want to do is we want to open it up. My request would be, because we'll have more people gathering, to limit sharings to 3 minutes and to keep it focused on the task at hand, which is the upcoming May full moon. What is it you are planning, dreaming of, manifesting, and why? Why are you doing this in this moment, in this time?
On a popular level, because it's the birth of Buddha. The first full moon is his birth, it's his initiation, it's his Mahasamadhi. And so that full moon of Taurus has always been reserved as the Buddha month. So,
Well, and I also know that my friends who are Buddhists, they're preparing for Buddha's birthday already the last few months in terms of preparing themselves physically, emotionally, and mentally to be able to receive all the blessings on that day. So I know a lot of people are practicing either certain lifestyle, food choices, some mental detoxification, journaling and burning that which they wish to release. So a lot of people are prepping themselves as we move forward. So it's not just what are you doing on the full moon, it's also what are you doing as a ritual or as a journey towards this day where we can intentionally send out messages and prayers, and we can also receive prayers and blessings. So we're gonna throw it out there. When you want to, let's have you, the people who just joined us, we're asking people to limit themselves to 3 minutes in their sharing. Let us know what you're doing and what's going on. And as more people join us, this will also be recorded and put out on YouTube so that all of the people who couldn't join us will be able to join us on a different time space continuum. All right, so throwing it out there, anyone would like to start? What are your plans for Wesak and why?
I'll start because I have a very unusual year. I'm actually in preconditioning for a bone marrow transplant for a very rare form of cancer that you usually get if you have cancer already and are getting radiation treatments. I feel fine. I have no symptoms, but I'm at a point where I actually now have to withdraw from being with people. So I have done my last sort of public sound event, but I'm in a very special place. I live on Martha's Vineyard. And at this point, most of the things that I'm doing where I'm sending energy out into the world is about softening hearts, creating peace. We're living in a obviously unusual time in our country, in America. And anything that can help. And there have been other times where, I remember last year standing outside the door, actually it was in Providence, Rhode Island, and, top of, as loud as I could be, gonging into the city at that time. And, I'm sort of on the highest point of Martha's Vineyard, which is only 311 feet. But sending these waves out is so important for me, keeping that connection, even if I can't be in the vicinity of humans very much anymore, just because of, not being able to fight anything anymore, because I'm already being treated. So it's essential to me. Sound, I've been doing deep listening this year, also unbelievable to always be changing that connection. So all the vibrations are, to me, like, as much as I can give, I can also receive. And it's like being reborn, strangely enough. I just learned whoever my donor will be, my blood type will change to their blood type. Just like, Oh, it is like so being reborn. I mean, and if I've ever had a vaccination, whatever I've had in my life, my history, my physical history, and to a degree is erased, or my blood history is erased. So in essence, it's to me this strange rebirth in my life, and sound is essential to that. And I hope that that will foment towards more rebirth in the world.
Thank you so much, Valerie. I think that is a good point. We have people planning small events, large events, and really it's about the intention. And so we are planting that seed that there is a critical mass shift where all the gong players and all the bowls and the bells are being rung on May 12th. And it doesn't matter if it's you in your backyard or in your living room or with some friends or with 400 other people. We really just want those reverberations to circulate and kind of enhance the prayers for May 12th. And also June's full moon, et cetera, in this 2025 year, because the world needs it so much.
If we had an imaginary map of the world, not in the globe like here, but I mean, spread out like this. And so we used to have our pins that we would put into every place that we wanted to connect to our family or earth family and etc. there. And so that would be the centerpiece. And then as we would do our oming or chakra oming, we would direct it to that particular object, using that, transforming it into something more useful than what it was made for. We don't, maybe that was in the 60s. What do you think?
Well, no, I mean, that's the idea as well. So if Valerie is gonging at home, amongst in her space or ritual, she can put pictures of places, Ukraine, Sudan, wherever.
Is that still happening? Do we have altars anymore?
People are still doing altars for sure. And Valerie, also, even just if you have a clear mirror gong or put a mirror as you're gonging, doing tantric gonging with yourself, sending all of every cell in my body as well, right?
It'd be beautiful if we could see everybody's altar, wouldn't it?
Send your altar pictures in. Yeah. We'll put in your email. Everyone knows your email. They'll send them to you. For people who are just joining us, we are sharing in a nice 3-minute package what is going on with us, what are our plans, our dreams, what are we manifesting for Wesak, for the full moon in May, for the full moon in June, and for these full moons that are coming up in this number 9 year.
June would be what? That would be the Christ one. And then the next one, July, would be the human one.
So Buddha's birthday in May, Christ in June, and the human alignment in July.
That's right.
Okay.
That's called the Maitreya Buddha, or a friend to everyone.
A friend to everyone.
Materialize, yes. Go ahead and speak.
All right, unmute yourself when you're ready to share. We'd love to hear what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, maybe from the Jens side of life. That's good. Well, I am very happy and very proud to say that exactly more or less today on the spot, I was able to finalize a project with our Cosmic Octave team. So you remember it started in '89 when the planetary gongs came out, which was a huge journey that started providing the gongs with the planetary frequencies. So, and it's a huge topic, but in its essence, it's very scientific, and whatever you are inspired to do with it, it's fine. So, but now what is new today? With a team of scientists, we finalized a software And this software, in the moment you activate it, provides the actual frequencies of all the planets moving in the moment. So it's like a specific ambient soundtrack that is beautiful for also for gong players. It's like an ambient and you would play into. And as I can say now, like the software is based on the exact NASA data where all the planets are moving. So it's a really precise resonance flow. And to combine the gong on with this flow, it gives a beautiful space around it of getting synchronized with the actual happenings on the cosmos, and however you feel it, however you interpret it, right? As there are many ways to interpret. So this software is there, and tonight I am in this amazing sound healing temple in Bali, which I say is the I've never seen anything like that. I will send you a picture. It's like a dome. It's like a celestial sphere. So we will be in here. We will have guests. I also have a team of Balinese musicians whom I trained for the last month. Like there are different musicians, like some are classical, some are Balinese, some are rock and roll, some is a reggae musician. They all sing, and like they are like doing in the sound healing center, like they are permanently doing 6 sound healing sessions a day for the audience, for the public, and they're all now learning about this cosmic concept. And so, and from here I will go on. I will go on to see Master in Hong Kong, so we can give a demonstration. It's called Time Frec. It's is the name of the software, and after that we will coming to Shanghai and Beijing and share the software with the world. And it's a very good, fantastic soundtrack that supports our doing in the most perfect way. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you so much, Jans. What would be nice is, even though this is a live Zoom, it is being recorded, and we will be uploading it. So if you can send me the link and I can provide that in the content, I'm sure a lot of Gong players here would love to check out that new software. It sounds fantastic.
Yes,
Okay.
everyone is invited. It was really a strong project, and it just got kind of ready in time. We had some struggles, but it is. I can absolutely say that it is ready to work, ready to resonance, just on the perfect time. And I'm so happy that we have this synchronized moment even today. I'm very, very happy, and let's go for the world peace with resonances.
Thank you so much, Jans.
Thank
For
you.
those of you joining, we are discussing the upcoming Wesak full moon. This number 9 year, which is 2025, we are in a completion cycle, and the activation of the fourth ray, moving from warring conflict into functional harmony. And Don's wish in this year that he is 90 in a number 9 year is as many circles of gong players with gongs and bells and bowls ringing, um, heralding the first day of world peace as prophesized by Robert Muller. However that works, whatever the intentions are in terms of creating peace gardens, peace events, peace gatherings, singular for one person, and also mega
Mhm.
events.
Well,
So we
for us, I think it would be that how can we participate together and combine our energies and all that to make it even more powerful each time that it happens. So I throw that out to you as to perhaps you can.
in the realm of social media, we put together during COVID the Global Gong Puja Facebook page. And the idea for this is any events that you are doing, if you want to stream it there or upload the event or let us know that it's going on, until we get that International Gong, Global Gong Alliance manifested, which I am working on, and I look forward to all the people who want to help me manifest this network.
But you know what an alliance is how the term alliance differs from something else that you would use. An alliance is somebody, people who are working together from the hearts. They're allied on a certain theme. And that's, so what we want to create are those people who want to be
Connection,
Yeah.
allies.
Yeah, and to reinstate that again, because I think it's been lost in the evolution of current. What do you think?
Well, we're going to throw it out there. We see more people joining. We're asking that you let us know, what are your plans, your dreams? What are you manifesting for the upcoming full moons? Be it a singular gonging in your living room or in the park, or opening it out. Jans has shared that he's in Bali and he'll be moving to Hong Kong to be with Martha Collard for the full moon in May. Valerie will be gonging for everyone and for herself in Martha's Vineyard. When you are ready, you may unmute yourself and share with us why is Wesak, or the full moon in May, important for you, and what are you doing? And we're keeping them in little 3-minute gifts. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I am in Zagreb, Croatia. And Emina and me prepare Gong Puja, all night gonging. And at the day, I will go to the park with my shruti and wind gong, and I will send a picture what I'm doing in this day. I like singing in the public. It is nice park near my neighbors. And I'm so glad to gonging in this time for puja and for this little concert. I don't know, I'm joyful in it. Gonging for peace, gonging for cleaning myself, space, make consciousness higher, and it's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernarda.
Thanks, Ramona.
Thank you.
There's something to be said in gonging in caves, in domes, in churches, in mosques, temples, and outside with the trees. Absolutely. We're throwing it out there. Who would like to share?
I will share. Thank you, Don, for bringing the Gong consciousness to my universe. I have always been doing formal meditation in the context of Kundalini yoga, and only recently doing more and more with gonging. And because I'm a Buddhist, I don't really practice Buddhism, but I know deep inside my heart that I'm a Buddhist. And it was very interesting how Dao connect the Gong with the Buddha's teaching, the Shunya, the Shunyata. So that was very fascinating. And because Dao's teaching, it's with intention, always playing the gong with intention or affirmation. So that was, then since then I have been doing that more intentionally each time when I play the gong. However, it's also very interesting when I play the gong for others or for myself. But once in a while, I just let it go, and then let the universe set the universal intention. So that was very, very good. And about the full moon in May, I had no idea that the deep meaning of full moon in May, to be honest, until I met Don. So that was also it's very very fascinating. So since many years, I have always done full moon gong meditation or full moon gong puja. In fact, 2020 during the COVID, and everyone knows that in China we had more severe lockdown than any other places in the world. And I just did it secretly in my basement. And I had my gong players gathered in my basement, and we did everything. We did it online. The very first time we did it online, we didn't know if we were going to bust our cell phone, or what we call Apple, we call Huawei, we call different cell phone makers, to see if that, for such a long time live stream, it will affect our phone. And nobody had any idea, because nobody has ever done anything like that. But we did it, and we did it more like a saver. So a lot of people joining. We have thousands of people joining, and of course, we did it in my basement. Actually, I'm now in my basement, and the memory of it. It was so beautiful, because we did it without thinking that we are just doing it online. We are really projecting it to the whole world, especially at that time for China, and in Wuhan, where the Gong capital of China. So we did it. It was so beautiful. The next day, we got a lot of responses from people who sign up, and they many of them say it was wonderful. And when we listened to it, it was also, I mean, it was not as great as you would be in person, but the gong is so powerful. The overtone is infinite overtone. Even if you just reduce to the infinite, you still get infinite. So infinite cannot be reduced. And it was amazing. And so since then we got more confidence in doing it online. So that was the very first online Wesak day of full moon Gong all night Gong puja. But as time went on, so we are here. We are more cautious with what terms we use. Because we're in China, where I'm in Shanghai, even though Shanghai is the most cosmopolitan city in China, I don't really announce it as a Wesak Day. We use different terms for love and peace. Everybody needs love and peace. Anyway, for love and peace and the wisdom, the innate wisdom, release the innate wisdom that you have. So this is situation, and for this May, the Wesak Day, I'm very thrilled. Dang and Yaelle are coming, and I'm still working on myself because I want to have a full moon gong concert, because the last time Dang and we did a concert was in 2019, and it was so beautiful. It was not so much of a gong puja, but it was a concert, because everything is a gong, right? Everything is a gong. So when we put a concert together, the dancers comes with the body expressed through the body gong. The flute comes in with the flute gong. So everything was beautiful. So I'm still figuring out how I can reach out to more people. So there.
Thank you for
Now,
sharing,
Thank you.
Jocelyn. A few things I want to just kind of highlight. The first thing is the gong is by its nature inclusive, right? It's all about synthesizing. So just in general, in Don's teachings, we try not to create otherness. So whatever the culture is where you're bringing your gong, we embrace that. So exactly, if a certain word is a trigger like Buddha or Christ or Wesak, then we can focus on those universal qualities of loving kindness, which is the gist of the Maitreyan prophecy, right? The prophecy is he's going to come back in this form called Maitreya, which is loving kindness. So we don't have to say the name. We can just, you know, gong from the heart, gong for peace, gong for love and kindness and beauty. So I thought that was a very good point. Two, we're very excited. There's some beautiful events being scheduled to be with you in Shanghai for the full moon. And then we will also be in Asia for June. Julie will talk about that as well for the full moon in June. I did create, let me see if I can share this. Okay, yeah, let me see, here we go. I'm going to see if I can share this. Are you guys able to see this? Allow, you can see my application. Can you see this?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So this is my new boyfriend. His name is ChatGPT. And I asked him to help me to create a little bit of a slideshow. So this is completely experimental. I have no idea if my ChatGPT boyfriend translated it correctly. I asked him to do it in simplified and in traditional Chinese. So later on, you can please write. And if you don't like it, it's okay. I don't know if I'm not committed to this boyfriend at all. All right. So Wesak and the full moon in 2025. The global Gong events for humanity in honor of Buddha's birthday, Christ's birthday, your birthday, my birthday, the birthday of Gaia, Mother Earth, celebrating unity and cooperation. The call to resonance, creating that shift of the fourth ray from warring conflict into unity and cooperation. Now is the time for one Gongmaster in many bodies. Joining sound healers around the world for these different full moon events, letting the bowls and bells and gongs ring for peace, unity, and enlightenment. I'm inspired by Don's teachings. We physically will be with Jocelyn and with Julie in Asia, May and June. And so virtually, who knows where everyone's going to be, but the idea is the more we can connect and communicate via that Global Gong Puja Facebook page, we'll be able to create these connections and share, do all this sharing. If you've never been to China or Hong Kong or Taiwan, these places are fantastic. The people are beautiful, contrary Americans. Well, we won't get into that. The other thing that we're really excited about are the manifestation of Stonehenge Peace Gardens, gardens where people can gather and ring their bowls and bells and gongs and give thanks for life. We will be joining virtually a Stonehenge that is being built in Romania, May 1st through the 4th. There will be a Stonehenge being built in Taiwan in May, and there'll be a Stonehenge being built in China in June, and there's a Stonehenge being built in September in Bulgaria. So we're very excited that this Peace Project initiative that Don has been spearheading since the 80s continues to blossom and grow.
Let's go over that one more time, and I'm going to write these dates down because. So one of the times.
For the Stonehenges,
Yeah.
we've got a Romanian one being built by Luca and Elisabetta in Romania, May 1st through the 4th.
May 1st.
You guys can connect to these via.
And you're invited, of course, if you like to travel and have a place to go where you can keep working on this. I'm sure she would love you to visit her.
Well, absolutely. And hopefully we will be joining them in September when we're in their neck of the woods in Bulgaria.
Okay, so I have May 1 through 4.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to get to that slide. Give me a second. The other thing that is on our front burner for 2025 is to share the Gong Yoga of holistic resonance, moving, breathing, creating holistic wellness in the physical body, the emotional states, and the physical states.
And you know, the reason why we do the Gong Yoga is because that the masters would, of course, give you a kriya, but they wouldn't tell you how they put it together. So once we figured out how they put them together, we made it available so that there are uh, ways that you can be the yoga alchemist if you're not already, and create kriyas and know what they do. So that was Gong Yoga Holistic Resonance. Some of you are teaching it today.
Yes, and there's some teacher trainings happening as well if you're interested in that virtually or online. I'm going to get back to my, let's see if I can do it. All right, and then going into the other expansion of Gong consciousness is using the gong and bells and bowls in performance. The use of masks to get rid of the I, ego, and to create transformation, not only for the players and the performers through this practice, for the audience. This idea of a mysterious tremendum event where people are transformed by being a part of this theater.
Well, this is also where the masks are very important, of course, is that, let's say that we wanted to do one that employed this gong magic, then you would have the face of some politician, and I would have another politician, and we would use the masks to help use their power of working together to create something better.
So just to throw it out there, we could have a mask of Zelensky and Putin and Trump
well, yeah,
and Macron, and they could all
I've
be
always
gonging
wondered why we
together.
don't do that. We have the power to do it. We have Halloween. So we could also do it every day. And wearing a mask while you're playing the gong is something that every gong player wants to do.
It's a wonderful form of gong magic and intentionality. Well, I hope this is juicing up your inspiring thoughts. So what can you do with these full moons? You can host your own full moon event. You can join in with the global meditations. Come to Taiwan or China or Hong Kong and join us, or as we share more and let us know what else is happening around the world. Invite your students and community, dream boldly and create harmonically. So this idea of the dream, whether it's manifested in 2025 or 2034, the more gongs and bowls and bells that are being rung and shifting people on a level that connects to functional harmony, the more likely we might reach that moment where we decide that the value of non-conflict and peace supersedes all of the interests of war. So lastly, join the global resonance. This is your invitation. Awaken the gong in your soul. Be a part of a living prophecy. Let us sound together, one family, one gong master in many bodies.
You know, we didn't start this. It was started with sister cities. And so you're in a city, you say, well, I'm connected as a sister city. Maybe it's in Paris. So there'd be this psychic link now between us. So to be able to create that network of gong players creating the family is still something that is not have come to fruition, I don't think.
I don't think it's utilized as much as one would like. However, this idea that Valerie will be gonging in Martha's Vineyard and Bernarda will be gonging in Zagreb and we will be gonging in Shanghai and Julie will be gonging in Taiwan and Jans and Martha will be gonging in Hong Kong. This idea that with that intention of unity and cooperation and the gift of giving holistic resonance and peace for the individual and the collective on this day together is so powerful. So once again, thank you so much for the people joining us. We're limiting this to 3-minute sharings. We really want to know, where are you from? What are you doing for the upcoming full moon in May? Share with us. And when you're ready, just unmute yourself, tell us your name, where you're from, and what you're doing.
Hi, everybody. This is really cool to be live with you all. I discovered Gong Talks on YouTube a few months ago, and I've been seeing you guys make your way through the pandemic and learning so much from such an amazing community of worldwide people. My name is Cara, and I'm in Los Angeles, California, and I generally use the full moon and the new moon to anchor a sound experience, like a sound guided meditation. I began just offering it with friends and people that I knew, and I've kind of expanded to creating spaces for public offering. And I, through Gong Talks, became aware of the first full moon in May and the symbolism around it and the meaning around it. So I'm still sort of figuring out how to either participate in an event that's already taking place or create my own event. I'm kind of seeing myself outside. There's an amphitheater that I found in the canyon that's outside and really beautiful space. So I'm talking with the state parks and seeing what are all their little rules and things to jump through. But I'm just looking forward to having this new level of connection with people who have this shared intention. And it's amazing that this is something that began as such a small seed so long ago and has somehow found its way to so many hearts and so many gongs around the world. So just a big, big thank you. Of course, Dawn, your work is so inspirational and so rooted in such a vivid truth. And Yaelle, you've done such an incredible job of really making a way for us all to connect with that work and keep it going. So lovely to see you guys all.
Thank you. Mhm. What is our project? How do you, the gong, when you play it in the bowl, these idiophones, they're being struck from the outside. They vibrate with their whole being. They're holistic like we are. And they have a direct connection to the frequencies of the stars. And so they operate in a magical way. But then again, you think, well, what is the true purpose? Looking at it individually, of course, therapy, and then looking at it collectively, which is how do we make best use of this held in common gong of the world? So I think that's what we need to flesh on.
That was just a little technical difficulty. I realized my computer was not plugged in and I didn't want to lose all of you guys and wonder what happened. So we're back to being charged and in the context of the network. I wanted to share, Cara, that this is a great opportunity to kind of put the word out, and it's not one person necessarily having to create these gatherings together. I see that you have kids. It's fun to gong with kids and families. So I know that Christy LeMaster, who's in Orange County, she kind of just heard about the full moon in May and is very excited to look to and collaborate with other people in LA. So DM me on a side note and I can pass on her information. So sorry, I ran all the way downstairs to get my charger. Thank you so much.
All right, Martha, what's the next step that we should take?
Is Martha here? Oh, here she is. Unmute yourself, darling.
Dawn, you found me. I've been here. I've been listening to you all, and it's wonderful having people from around the world. Yeah, I was making brownies because it's a full moon tonight, and I always make chocolate brownies for my group. And I've got a cancer group in about an hour. So multitasking. I didn't want you to see me running around. Um, yeah, well, Dawn, perfect lead in because I have been invited to give a series of 7 talks on the art of the gong to the Shift Network starting on June 3rd. And, it's a little hard. They said teach gong. And I'm like, how do you teach gong to people that don't have gongs sitting in front of them? So I've been doing a lot of homework on how one person can affect many. So anything from David Webster's work on consciousness and muscle testing, and it is fascinating. I'm also doing the Power of 8 with Lynn McTaggart, the Power of Intention. And, you may think that you're isolated and you're all alone, but I'm assuming, major assumption here, that anybody who plays a gong well and consciously is a little bit higher up on David Webster's consciousness level or scale. And, he estimated that 78% of the world's population was in resignation, fear, anxiety, and all the negative emotions. And it only takes one person at the 500 level, okay, fully conscious, to bring 750,000 people up to 200. All right. And I'm like, hello. So do the math. All right. And we need about 9 to 10,000 people, depending which way you calculate. So you can use the Maharishi calculation as well for lifting people up and how you impact a population. So the transcendental meditators, they've done many experiments on a group of meditators who then had an impact on a population such as Detroit or Washington to, let's say, decrease the crime rate, things like that. So I feel, okay, I'm going to get on my little high horse here. I feel particularly strongly that anybody who owns a gong has a responsibility to humanity. And it's not just about playing for yourself, it's playing for the world. And I think we are the solution to what's going on out there. And it brings tears to my eyes. And, and this is my message, is that it's not, as what Dawn just said, it's not about just playing for yourself. Whenever you are picking up those mallets, you're acting as a channel from that universal life force, and you're bringing it to life through sound, through the gong, and you're sending it to the world and 360 degrees. And, we become the gongs. People want to be in our presence because we are altered. We're in an altered state. I know I have an aura machine, and I know for myself, my aura is completely changed since I've taken up gongs. I think it's very, very important that we realize that, we can look outside and complain about the mess and the state of the world. And Hong Kong, what is it, the number one cause of death for young people in Hong Kong is suicide. These are statistics that are just wrong. All right. And we have it within our power to make the shift. So not just playing in yoga studios, but play anywhere. I mean, I love the nature, playing on hilltops, mountains. I've played in underground bars, ecstatic dance parties, gay clubs, whatever, just go for it. Everybody needs a gong. And I found some fantastic research on gongs, and I'll be putting it together in little PDFs on Bank of East Asia during COVID had gong baths twice a week in Hong Kong, and it decreased sick leave by 31%. So they're beginning to get more popular in corporate environments. So it's not just about playing gongs in a yoga room. So what am I doing here? Okay. My next big thing, I just had Bear Love here teaching flumies. And if you don't know how to use the flumies with his technology or his method, you're missing an incredible opportunity. That's all I'm going to say, because I only have 3 minutes and I'm talking really fast. Jens is coming. Yay. In 4 weeks, Jens will be here. Yay. So he's going to be surprised to see how many gongs I've got now. And we're looking forward to a cosmic workshop. And then 2 weeks later, on May 12th, I'm trying to organize a concert in a local school. And the music director there used to be the director of the Welsh Men's Choir. So I'm looking to do a collaboration with the school, with Jens, and for the public. And it's really about just raising consciousness of as many people as we can, because it's the ripple effect. You affect one and they go back and they affect their family and friends. So, that's what I'm.
That was definitely not 3 minutes in this timeline. However, I think you did give us a lot of good information and a lot of inspiration and awareness of really what our role is as world servers and promoters of peace. So thank you for that. Again, if you're able to, in this timeline, keep it to 3 minutes so that we can have as many people sharing as
Very
possible.
hard to do. I can't do it. So I don't expect anybody to stay.
Well, there's no expectation. I'm planting the seed. 90 seconds to 180 seconds. Go. Who would like to share next?
Ooh, San.
Where are you looking at?
She pointed to
Oh,
her.
San has a picture up, but she's muted and she's not. The people who don't have their videos on, I don't think you can call on them.
Oh, all right.
But I see we haven't heard from Jean, we haven't heard from Julie, we haven't heard from Michael. And for those of you who aren't showing us your beautiful faces, we'd love to see you.
Well,
Can I
let
say
me-
something?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Hi,
please.
Dong, Yaelle, because they have some Chinese student, they cannot listen the English, so now we are translated in the chat room. But I want to say the Chinese, then let June to translate later. Okay?
Fantastic. So speak in Chinese. Jean will translate it for us. That would be fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. 大家好，那谢谢老师，然后在这个第一个满月，就是4月的满月，来跟大家就讲说我们今年的一个活动。那我们也开始请台湾所有的那个学生在自己的家里开始准备我们的5月12号、6月10号的一个活动。那我们目前台北。因为我们6月份我们的工作大部分全部都会在那个苏州，所以我们目前第一个活动是在5月12号的满月。那台北有一场小型的，大概12个人。那中立那个生活新空间有一个比较大型的，大概可以容纳40个到50个人。那是我们平常会做布展的地方。那同时刚好在5月12号，我们开始了7天的那老师说的铜锣瑜伽的那个师资培训。那这个时候好，那我们知道高雄已经有一场是由米娅他们所主办的，那因为平常他们都有做蓝月，所以米娅这边高雄，那我们之前在筹划台南福国寺，我们一直在谈台南福国寺有个比较大型，可能是可以上150个人到200个人的一个场地，非常好的一个场地，这是佛光体系的一个福国寺的场地。那欢迎大家能参与。那我们最重要是在5月24号，我们老师跟我念兹在兹的那个和平巨石阵花园，我们在5月24号去办那个庆祝那个开幕仪式。然后这个开幕仪式的同时，晚上我们会做一个彻夜铜锣浴。那这样子的话，那我们现在有特别的一个活动方案，就是一天的活动，请大家一起见证这个时代的时间。那请静翻译一下。
So the first thing I think you said was, show us your beautiful faces and let us see you, right? Isn't that what you said? Jans, can you translate? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, Jean, will you unmute yourself and let us know what was just shared?
Yes, can you hear me okay?
It sounds like a wind tunnel, but yes.
It's okay. Okay. So Julie would like to send her greetings to everyone, and she just want to say that her students in Taiwan will are very busy planning for the April. She want to say thank you to Gong and Yaelle first for bringing this Zoom meeting close to the full moon of April. And she wants to say that her students are busy preparing for the activities for the full moon in May and also in June. And all the students are very busy. In June they will be in China in Suzhou for the program and training. However, they already planned on May 12th, the full moon, there will be a concert in Taipei, and the performer will be 12 people. And in Zhongli, the venue is bigger, so there will be they plan to invite around 150 people for a puja and also a concert. And also start from May 12th, they are going to start a Gong yoga training, and her students is also looking for organize a concert in Kaohsiung. And then plus they're also looking for a bigger concert hall in Tainan. So there will be at least 4 concerts under plan. And the last she mentioned about on 24th of May, when the Stonehenge in Taiwan is finished, there will be a ceremony, opening ceremony. And there will also be a 4-day puja and a lot of activities. So she would like to invite everyone to join her if possible. Okay. Thank you.
I'm very impressed that you remembered all of that. So thank you. I just, as you were describing that, I just imagined that little island, Taiwan, just reverberating out and sending out all that fantastic resonance to the surrounding areas. And I hope it creates inspiration for Japan, Korea, Singapore, the Philippines, and hopefully our gong players in all of the surrounding areas will be inspired to action, to create, like we said, very simple or very large gatherings, but to the subject matter and that important point that Martha brought up, really the critical mass shifts occur when we get gong players all gonging together for peace, loving kindness, beauty. So thank you very much for sharing that, Julie. I don't know if you saw my slideshow that I put up. It will be shown on the recording. And again, you can tell me if my Chinese translation was appropriate. I see Celine has shown us her video. Celine, do you want to unmute and tell us what your plans are for the full moon?
We can't hear you. You have to unmute yourself.
She left a note in the chat.
Yael, we cannot hear you.
Okay, the note was not in English, so Celine is saying, Jean, what is Celine saying?
She's asking whether you are asking her questions, and I told her that she can speak and I can help her to translate if necessary.
Absolutely. So just for all of the students and the gong players who are joining us, we are asking, under 3 minutes, share in your language. We have translators. What does the full moon mean for you? What are your dreams? What are you planning on doing for the full moon in terms of activating and joining this global gong intention prayer for peace?
Just wait a minute，静心，你要我
OK
翻译还是你听得懂他讲的？
我大概听得懂，我
好
用中
，OK，
文，然后你再
好
翻译。
，OK OK。
Will you translate what I just said?
She said she could
Yeah.
understand most of it, so she fine.
我是5月份中旬的时候，我会在大陆，但5月底我会赶回台湾参加和平巨石花园的开幕跟彻夜铜锣浴，然后6月份我会跟 Julie 老师到苏州一起参加所有的活动。那现在都一直在安排这个时间跟行程。那我要跟大家分享的是，因为我有一个小孙子，他会拿着锣棒敲锣。那看到他那个可爱的样子，我觉得就是我们把这个意识传承到我们身边所有的人，跟我们的小孩，甚至看到、听到的人，他们都能够这么样的全然的知道我们的意图跟频率，然后为这一个世界送上祝福。Okay.
Oh, okay, thank you. So Jingxin Celine, she said that in May she will be in China, but she will make her way to the grand opening of the Stonehenge in Taiwan. So she will meet you and with Dawn and Julie. Also, she tried to arrange all the way whatever she can to attend Suzhou's events and classes and trainings, and she will make her way there and be with Dong and Yaelle. So she's looking forward to that. Also, she just want to mention that she has a grandchild, and then he would play the gong with the mallets, and then she just feel like such a beautiful thing that it's the most beautiful, innocent, that's what she's very touched and very inspired, that if she can bring the positive energy and frequency to her grandchildren or people around her, and she believes it's like what Dawn has always shared with us, that with our intention, we can bring blessings to the world and bring more peace to the world. Thank you. Thank you, Celine.
Thank you, Celine. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're opening it up. If you'd like to unmute yourself and share.
Well, now, one of the things, just we probably won't be together like this again for a while. What can my country do to serve the greater good? Now, that's a question I think that Gong masters ask themselves, because they represent out there the audience. Perhaps a good portion of the world is sitting in the audience, and they have also psychic ties to their part of the world that they came from. So we need to put our heads together and come up with some nifty sayings or goals, activities that relate to the calendar around the world, and people are celebrating. I have no idea when this country is having their celebration, because I don't have it on a calendar. But we do need to have a Gong calendar with all the dates on it, so that we can coordinate. So this takes a coordinating committee. So,
Well, I don't know about certain other parts of the world, but here in America, they seem to have marketed it that every day is some other day. And I think Martha, I don't know if she's still with us, she has a whole calendar, like there's tennis ball day, and there's Mother's Day, and there's Grandmother's Day, and there's
well, that should be available to everybody to stimulate their creative.
I can ask my ChatGPT boyfriend if he'll make me that calendar for you. Yes, Kara.
Today, today is National Day of Silence, by the way.
Which we don't seem to be honoring.
Oops.
Dad,
Just say, Martha, since you're working with Lynn McTaggart's the power of 8 work. That's really what led me to the Gong, reading her book and just thinking about how can I bring 8 people or more together with a shared intention. So I would just throw it out there with your guidance. Perhaps this could be a form of like puja mixed with shared intention, perhaps a word or a visualization or something. The world peace idea is certainly that, but if there was something even more specific, raise of that idea, even in a calendar form, as if you happen to be gonging on this day, we're all going to be thinking this as we gong. Just an idea to share.
Thank you, Cara.
So, you know what I mean? We have to have reasons why we walk out of the house in the morning to play the gong somewhere. And you have to have a global mindset. Most of us don't. I don't have it when I needed it. So the idea is that how can we create a global gong calendar each year so that, and we can all participate in putting our important dates in that calendar so that we can expand our minds. After all, you know, the Gong would love it if we could have more Gong consciousness.
I feel like you're always 30 years ahead. I feel like 2025, we're planting the seed. Let's gong on the full moons and the solstices. And you're already 10 years ahead saying, okay, let's be gonging every day, setting a different intention, and
Well,
let's have a calendar, a global calendar.
It's easier done than said. What do you think?
All right, I see some familiar names. I see Mei Mei. Mei Mei, do you want to unmute and share your plans for the full moon? I'm calling out those amorphous people with no pictures.
Hi, Dom. Hi, Yael. I'm walking my dog right now, so I have to be outside in the park.
Don's
So
asking what kind
I
of
am
dog you
from
have.
Kaohsiung, Taiwan. So I will be in Taiwan. I will be participating Julie's Gong Cosmos, the activities in Taiwan. I participate in organizing May 12th. We're trying to get more places and gong players to joining doing puja. So we're working on that.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mei Mei. What kind of dog? Don,
I
is
have a mix.
that...
She's a mix. Her name is Sasha.
Sasha.
We love gonging for pets.
I was born in the year of the dog, so I have a special interest.
I'm the year of the dragon.
Oh.
There's
Oh,
Valerie.
here's another dog from Valerie. Hi.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mei Mei, for sharing. Is there anyone else who'd like to?
Thank you.
Thank you. We do want to end with some collective overtoning and the universal agreement. But is there anyone else who hasn't had a chance to speak who would like to share or potentially ask a question?
I like to share. Hi, sorry, I actually heard you call me, but I was busy to packing my luggage. I'm heading to Kathmandu today, so yeah. For the May 12th, we are looking for the Gong Puja, and quite happy for that because thank you for Julie for planning this kind of huge activities. Try to link the Taipei and the middle of the Taiwan and the south of Taiwan. Try to make the whole vibration through the Taiwan. So I'm looking forward to that in May. Also, I will join the May and June programs. So looking forward to see you both. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, San.
Taiwan is important because I think they make the gongs, chow gongs in Taiwan, don't they?
No, I think it's Wuhan.
Wuhan.
Wuhan,
Yeah,
China.
yeah.
Taiwan makes chips
Yes.
that the
Wuhan.
world needs, apparently.
Yeah. Well,
Taiwan have the famous the Gong is the Lingwu. Last time the concert, Don was see the Lingwu the owner, the son and boy, son and the father, they have a photo with the Don. Do you remember?
oh, yes.
In
Yeah.
Taiwan, Lingwu, the
Oh,
father
right.
and
Yes.
son
Yeah.
joined.
Yes.
I just to kind of throw it out there, and I'm hoping we get some translations on there. Dawn's partner and manager for many decades, Randy, unfortunately passed away February 26th. And we're happy that she has left her ailing body and has joined the universal consciousness. And also, as a connection to that, I went back to New York and delved into the storage unit that I've been trying to get into for 10 years and just found a wealth of hundreds of VHSs, cassettes, betas, high eights, and I am in the process of digitizing them and putting them up on YouTube. And it's pretty phenomenal because number one, I can see what my dad looked like when I was 18 and he was in his 40s, 50s. The technology and the video cameras, it's hysterical for those of us who are younger. And also just the mindset and to really see the seeds being planted amongst Don and his fellow collaborators of that time period in the 80s and 90s. So it's very inspirational. And what I've noticed is Don's message has not wavered. It's stayed consistent about the gift of the gong and the use of the gong for internal peace and also as a tool to connect with people and the world. And it's
That was actually what we were going to do, so that anybody, anywhere in the world, whether we're friends or relatives, doesn't matter. They have a gong, they can put their activity on the calendar so that all the world can see what they're doing and may get inspired by their dedication.
so what I've hearing you say is when I get the Global Gong Alliance
Yeah.
website up, we're
Yeah.
having a calendar there as well. Let me know if you guys want to help me put this together. Jans, you seem to be very good at these things.
Well, he needs a calendar all his own.
Jans's calendar is not limited by the earthly plane. He's connected to all the cosmos and all the planets vibrating at the same time and resonating together.
Well, absolutely. This is kind of, well, to me, like even like a next step is never only one frequencies, is all of them at the same time. And it is just like our mind that creates this little window of a specific perspective. And this is where the gong helps get the mind of the perspective, open it up so we receive the resonance with our heart in the moment. And this is how tonight we're going to celebrate the world peace as a resonance from the heart using all of the spectrum.
Thank you.
Tonight, yes, exactly.
You know, it's interesting, when we were in Taiwan, we were doing an experiment. Julie had me and a couple other people wearing these electrodes on our head and meditating, and they drummed us, they gonged us, they reiki'd us, and they were tracking our brain states during those various sound immersions. And it was really interesting because I know we talk a lot about brain states and hertz and using, you know, certain frequencies, 0 to 4, a delta state, in terms of sort of purposefully working on certain shifts. And I think, Jans, what you said is so important, which is And this is what I saw during this experiment that we did with Julie in Taiwan is we're always in all the states of alpha, delta, beta, theta. It's all there all the time. It's just a question of what is kind of in the forefront and then what is on the background. And I think that's really important to state because a lot of times right now we have issues of polarity, yes, no, right, wrong, and the gong being beyond that, being, you call it triadic thinking, this idea that we have the chakras and the chakras have certain frequencies and colors. However, they are not singular and isolated as, you know, in a vacuum. They are resonating and connecting with the other energy centers in the body. So just like that on a physical level and an energetic level, what Jans is pointing to us is that connection amongst the planets within the cosmos. All of these resonant frequencies are happening.
I know, but do you understand you're preaching to the choir here? You know, so we love to be able to re-explain what is something that is growing and evolving over a period of time. So we need to have our website together, don't we?
All right, Jans has already committed to it.
So
well, with the help of Francie, absolutely, it will be my absolutely. It's an honor to support the community, and I can absolutely like assure that the purpose of my presence is to support exactly what is going on here. And I'm so happy to be with you, and I'm so happy to meet Don here, every one of you. It's a blessed day. It's a wonderful day. We are ready for world peace, all of us.
And we gong in resonance together.
We gong,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You know, gong players, it's really wonderful because we always get the last word. So that when we say goodbye, it's like gong echoes on and on and on and on. We have become like the gongs that we play. It's really wonderful.
So just in terms of kind of planting the seed during these intentions, I just wanted to kind of bring out the idea of the universal greeting since I've now put up so many lovely different versions of it. And we've also had, I know Michelle and Nestor have put out a Spanish English version, this beautiful thing called the internet where we can listen to YouTube and iTunes and hear all these different versions of the universal greeting. And I just wonder if you might say a few words on your connection to the universal greeting and why it's still relevant today.
Well, what do you think? The universal greeting has been out for a long time. It was 5 unknown world servers, and so they gave the reading to me, and then we added some things, etc. But now we put it out so that all gong masters around the world, before they start their evenings, some of them are Kundalini yoga people, some are not, that they say, I offer you peace. And we began to use the resonance of our hands to deliver our message. And so if everybody does this, it also means I surrender, so go ahead. And I offer you what next after this? Offer you peace.
I offer you friendship.
I offer you friendship. Yeah.
I offer you love.
Love. And it's also you have a little bird you're holding in your hands. I offer you peace, security. I offer you freedom, love. So the gestures have a sort of, technique to them. And then what?
Well, but I will just say that as far as since I've been around since, I don't know, 2000, love was always in a heart inside your cupped.
Yeah.
And if you went like this, it was free love and sex. However, these videos from the 1980s and 90s was all about the I offer you love like this. So there's been an evolution.
Well, you go from here to.
All right. I offer you peace.
Offer you peace.
I offer you friendship. I offer you love.
My heart.
I hear your needs.
Your needs.
I see your beauty.
I see your beauty.
I feel.
I feel.
your
your
feelings.
feelings. All wisdom flows from the highest source. I honor that source in you. Let us work together. You are my own true self. I am energy self. We are one. That's
Let it be so. Thank you everyone for joining. Again, have a beautiful April full moon today, tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world. And in May, let us all gong together.
Are we getting back together at any time in May? Is it we all of us are getting back together?
We can.
I
We can
don't-
absolutely do this again.
Because usually, we as gong players we work by assignment. So we thought maybe if we had an assignment to do, and then we can report back when we get back together again how it's going. So we could sort of mold it into our.
I have to wrap my head around that because we're going to be in China, in Shanghai, and I'll have to ask Jocelyn, how are we going to coordinate the times?
You want to think about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
In loving kindness, take care.
Bye.
Thank you, Dong. Thank you,
Thank you,
Yael.
Dong.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Jocelyn and Martha. Thank you.